Hi angels, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's look we are going to be doing another Halloween look. This is going to be a very glam look again, but it is going to be like a little bit gory with the blood and stuff. This look is heavily inspired by Bybrookelle on Instagram. If you haven't seen her or you don't follow her, then you need to check her out because she's unreal at makeup and she is so beautiful. It's a joke. Like, is she, like, I don't know, like, is she even real? Like, I don't even know. Like, literally she is so stunning. So this is the look that I'm gonna try and recreate. It's like a fairy, I think she said it was like a woodland fairy kind of thing. But I think I want to go as this for Halloween, so I thought I might as well just get a practice in and film it for you guys because someone else might have looked at it and wanted to recreate as well. She doesn't actually do like YouTube videos or Instagram videos, which is annoying because her looks are like unreal all the time. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and recreate that. So I have already done one eye off camera just so I can have a little practice and make it easier for me. Let's get started. So as you can see, I've already done my eyebrows. I've used the MAC eyebrow pencil styler that looks like this in the shade Spike, as I've run out of my Urban Decay one, which is so annoying because I love that so much, but I find like it just doesn't last that long, which is really annoying. But yeah, so I need to pick up another one of those. So I'm going to cut out my eyebrow, carve out my eyebrow and prep my eyelid using my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just using this in the shade Light Neutral, and I'm just going to take this on my all-time fave Primark brush. I'm so obsessed with this. Also, quick note, my skin's so bad, I'm using a new cleanser. I've got to get through the 2 weeks, just bear with it. We're going to make myself full coverage, so we won't even see the bad skin. So I'm just going to start to pack this onto my eyelid and then start to take up to my eyebrow to carve out. So now that my eyelid is set, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette, as I feel like these are the colours that she used on her eyes. And I'm going to take my fluffy BH Cosmetics brush and just go in with the first shade, which will be this burnt orange shade. And I'm just going to take this into the crease and then slightly wing it out to the edge. Okay, so next up is the shade Real Gold, which is this darker orange here. And I'm just going to place this in the crease and then start to blend that out afterwards. I'm just taking this on a MAC 217 brush. So I'm just trying to keep that shape nice and rounded, and then when I blend it out I can wing it with the other shade. And then I'm going to blend that out with the shade Burnt Orange. So then we're going to move on to the next shade. Okay, so for my final shade I'm going to be using this Red Ultra shade here, and I am going to just really focus this in the crease and on the outer corner. And I'm just going to take this on my Zoeva 228 brush and just pack that in. So now it's time to cut the crease. I'm going to use the same concealer as I did to as my eye base, and I'm going to use that same brush and just start to cut out where I want my cut crease to be. She goes like quite into her inner corner, if you can see, and like takes it from the inner corner, so that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start in the centre of my lid, do the classic trick, and then start to cut. So I'm coming in from there. And then I'm just going to clean off any excess of that product onto the back of my hand, and I'm just going to pat this to soften that harsh line. And then to set that, I'm going to go straight in with this shade Funny Girl from my Tartelette and Bloom palette. This is like the perfect, most shimmery gold ever. It is so, so beautiful. I'm just going to take that on my brush that comes with a Urban Decay palette and really start to pack it on all over that. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to start to blend it together, and I'm just going to basically repeat the colours that I did and just blend over that line. So I'm going in with burnt orange, and I'm just going to buff this over that line. Then I'm going to go in with that shade Realgar and just again over the line, and then that last shade. Okay, so they are the eyes. I'm going to apply my Tatty Lashes in TL6, which is what I've got on this eye, and I will be back. Okay, so eyes are complete. We're going to move on to the skin. And so she's just basically got really, really glam skin, and then she goes over it with like some blood, some like face paint, and like gold leaf flakes, which I actually did buy from Amazon. They were like really, really cheap, and they came like next day, which is good. So I'm going to start with my All Hours primer, and I'm just going to take a small amount of that and rub that in just on anywhere that I would get oily. You guys know the drill because I use it all the time. And then I'm going to go in with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Opal, and just take this all over my face just to give myself a lovely glow. Okay, so moving on to my foundation, I'm going to be using my YSL Touche Éclat foundation in the shade B40. I am obsessed with this foundation. Honestly, it is so, so good. I love the finish. I used to always wear like matte foundations, but since wearing this, honestly, it's just like gives like a really nice like satiny finish, and honestly, I'm just in love with it. So I'm just taking that round my forehead and basically everywhere. Just dotting that on, and then I'm going to go in and blend that out with my beauty blender. Look at that. And the finish of that was just so nice. It just looks so nice on camera as well. I'm actually obsessed with that. If you haven't tried it, you need to. So also you could take this look as like just do your eyes and just take it as like a eye tutorial. You could stop once we finish the face if you wanted to. So I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral, and I'm just going to pop this under my eyes, down my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and my chin and top lip, just to highlight, and then also it helps conceal under the eye. So I'm now going to go ahead and set that all in place with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to pick that up again on a beauty blender and just take that under my eye to stop the creasing, and again anywhere that I would get oily, so my chin, my forehead, and then I just want to set my smile lines as well, because we all know that I crease so badly in the smile lines. So I'm just going to take my Mr. Perfect brush from Too Faced and just brush all of that off. So I'm now going to go in with a new product again, and this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light. I've wanted a Hourglass powder for so long. Like, if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I say almost every video that I really, really want one. Anyway, I finally got one. I'm obsessed with it. It's in the shade Dim Light, and it honestly just makes your skin, like, I can't even describe it. It makes your skin look like satin silk. So nice. It like gives you just this gorgeous sheen all over your like skin, and just makes it look like, honestly, I can't even describe it. Like, you have to just try it. It is so nice, so nice. So I just basically swirl my brush in there, and then I just take that all over my face. I don't even know if it will show up in camera, but honestly, can you even tell? Like from that side to that side. I don't know if you can, but honestly, in person, it is just unreal. Okay, so I'm going to warm up my skin using my OMG OK Beached Bronzer and just a big fluffy brush. This one's from BH Cosmetics. And I'm just going to start to warm up the skin. She's very bronzy, but she is Australian, so she's going to be a lot more tanned than I am. So I'm going to add a little bit of contour. I'm going to use my Imagination palette, and I'm just going to mix all those shades together. Okay, so we're going to go with highlight now, and she is glowing. She is glowing. So I'm going to go in with another new product, which is the Doll Beauty Light Duo. So it's got the Shine Bright and Like a Diamond. I'm going to go in with the shade Shine Bright, I believe it is. And I'm just going to take this on my Zoeva brush, and I'm going to start to build up that bright highlight like what she has. These highlighters are so good. Wow. 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 I don't really think I need to be building it. Wow. Honestly, it shocks me every time I use a good highlighter. Wow. I look like a tin man, literally. Look at me. Okay, so going back in with the Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to take the shade Real Girl, which was the second shade that I used on my eyes, which was the bright orange. And I'm just going to start to dust this under my eye. And then when it gets to the inner corner, it goes in to almost meet the cut that we already did. Try and create that line. Okay, that's annoying. That didn't go right. But I'm going to blend it out and we're going to go with it anyway. Okay, so we're now going to go in with the shade Red Ochre, and we're going to keep that really close to the lash line. Okay, so I'm going to highlight under my brow bone, and then I'm going to add highlighter to my inner corners and just blend that so it's really bright. So I'm going to take that same shade and just bring that onto my brow. This is a really nice glam look, really nice. Okay, so now we're going to add the lines of blood that are coming down from the eye. This bit's nerve-wracking. So I've got a tiny little paintbrush here, which I'm just going to get wet. Try and make sure I can get into a nice point. Right, I'm going to take a little bit of red face paint and a little bit of black, and I'm going to mix them together to make a dark red. And then I'm going to draw the lines with that, and then I'm going to apply the blood thinly on top because I don't want to just go in and ruin it. So we're going to do it this way. So I actually went ahead and drew one of the lines off camera because I just wanted to make sure I was going to get it right. I can't believe how much I'm living for this look. If this was not a Halloween look, honestly, if you guys want to see a tutorial, I don't know, basically just talk to you through what I did. But I've mixed my colours together and I'm just going to draw the line. Oh, so it's kind of just outside of my pupil, is it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to make those match and I'll be back. Okay, so now I've got both my lines on my face. I'm just going to go in with this blood. This is Meron Makeup Sage Blood. I'm going to just dip, literally I've got so much. Probably didn't need that much. So there's a tiny bit in the lid. I'm just going to dip my brush into that. I hope this does not stain my face because I've got work in the morning. And I'm just going to put some of this down that red just to make it. I can't wait till Halloween. Literally, I need to get my outfit actually. That's what I'm going to do once I finish filming. I'm going to order my outfit. So I'm going to wear this makeup and then I'm going to wear just a white, I'm going to get a really cheap white dress and just rip it, put blood on it. And I'll be some kind of dead something. I'm going to move on to the gold leaf flakes because I feel like the lips are probably going to ruin the look because they might go wrong. So we're going to do all that first and then we'll move on to the lips. Okay, so I just got these like gold leaf sheets from, they're literally like paper thin. They are so light, it's a joke. Literally so fragile. So I just got these from Amazon. My stepdad got them for me. They're literally like £3. So look at that. Oh. Like I'm actually just fascinated by that. Honestly, it's like I don't even know what that's made out of. Like, it's not actually made out of leaves, is it? Oh, it's so cool. Anyway, I'm going to start to break this up and stick it to my head. So she's actually put little bits on her eyes as well. So I'm going to try and do this one, and then I'm going to come back and do this one and show you guys how I get on with it. Okay, so when I tell you getting this gold leaf onto my eye is the hardest thing I've ever done, I'm not actually lying. So you have to like, sorry that I'm looking down, but I have to like try and break the tiniest bit off because I don't want it in big clumps with a cotton bud. And then I have to try and stick it onto my eye, and like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It just kind of like floats away, or there's like loads of it there and it looks like a clump. Honestly, so just take your time with that bit because I'm struggling a lot. So when I've done it, I'm going to be back and we'll move on. Okay, so enough about the gold eye drama. I've been spraying Fix Plus on my face to get the gold to stick, and it has smudged my eye. And then I just went to wipe it and I wiped off some foundation. So we're going to completely ignore that. You guys can't see it. I can't see it. It's not there. It's not happened. Okay. Right. So we've got enough gold on our eyes now. We're going to start putting it onto our forehead. I feel like this is probably going to be just as hard as putting it onto my eyes, except for I can use like bigger chunks. Like it's so hard to, like, even look like. Right, I've prepped some gold chunks. I'm going to spray this onto just mainly my forehead. Place them on. I'm going to continue to do this and put a bit in my hair and I'll be back. Okay, so it's honestly having such a mare with that. Like, I don't even know what my hair is doing right now. I was going to curl it, but it's too late. I couldn't even get a lot in the hair. It was just too much, but I'm going to work tomorrow, so I didn't want to put too much in anyway because I probably won't be able to find it, and I'll turn up at work and they'll be like, what the hell? Right, so moving on to lips. I am going to first of all line my lips with, so I'm going to line my lips with the shade Rebel from MAC, and I'm just going to be mixing Ruby Woo and this colour together to create my lipstick, and then I might blend it out with a bit of eyeshadow. So I'm going to zoom you guys in while I do that. Wow, that was so much easier than using any lip liner I have ever used. Wow. And then we're going to go in with the shade Ruby Woo because I feel like otherwise this would have been too red. Okay, so we're looking like this. Now this is the scary bit because she blends it out, and you know, I don't want to blend it out too much. I don't want to blend it out not enough. So I'm actually going to go in with an eyeshadow as well, but first of all I'm going to take a fluffy brush and start to buff out the edges a little bit. Not too much, but just to blur the edge. I'm gonna take that red ochre shade and I'm gonna take it on a fluffy brush, and I'm actually gonna pat this onto the lip, and then I'm gonna start to buff out the edge. Just as this would deepen it as well. So I will be back in a second. Okay, so the mouth is done. I feel like this could have been cleaner. So we're going to go in with the gold now. What I'm going to do is take that same brush that I applied my eyeshadow with, literally smother it in Fix Plus and take it into that gold eyeshadow. And I'm going to basically put this on my Cupid's bow and blend it down my lip. Look how white my teeth look. Okay, so let's zoom you in. It was so weird that I've actually just got like all eyeshadows on my lip. I mean, this might not even be what she used, but it's what I'm using. So I'm just going to take that brush with that I buffed the lip out with and just blend. And I'm then going to apply some Iconic London Illuminator drops on the top. But I'm just taking this onto my finger and just dabbing that on. Okay, so this is what we're looking like so far. So this is basically the look, I think. Let me just refer myself back to her picture. Yeah, this is basically the look, although she looks so much bloody better than I do. Don't you just hate that? She looks better than I did, but whatever. So she's got some blood going down her neck, and I'm actually going to do a slit throat for you guys. So my battery's actually on 16%, so we're going to do this real quick. Okay, so I've just zoomed you in to my neck, obviously. I'm going to do a really, really basic cut for you, like a slit throat. Okay, this is going to be like a really easy, basic tutorial on how to do a cut. So I'm mixing black and red face paint together. So we're going to just apply this to my neck. Okay, so we're just going to, once you've done that, just buff it. But it doesn't matter that it's wrong, because that will just add to the effect. I'm then going to add one like dark section and just blend that out with a little bit more red. Just like smudge it on. Doesn't need to be perfect, this could be really basic. So if you've got liquid latex, then I recommend this, because that is what you're going to need. So we're going to apply some liquid latex. So I'm just going to take this on an old makeup brush and apply. I've got like my kind of flesh toned one, which is good. So you just want to make like quite a thick line to go across your neck, and then like almost like you're building like a line with like a ditch in it, if that makes sense. And the liquid latex I'm using is again that brand Meron liquid latex. So you can literally see how like rough I'm doing this. So just apply it, maybe thin it at the ends a bit. You can get it really thick if you want to, but just remember, if you're going to do it on like clients or anyone, like drying time, it does take a while to dry. So you could do it in layers, that would probably be better, but I've done it not in layers. So I'm going to go and hairdry mine, and it just looks like that. I'm going to go and hairdryer it and I will be back. Okay, so I've just dried the liquid latex. I'm now going to just take my tweezers and start to like rip it apart a bit. So just making it gapy. This is just how like a really quick way of doing a cut that I've learned. I'm no SFX artist by any means, and I just thought this would be a really good, easy one to show you guys, because I just remembered I didn't put on blusher. That makes me sad. So we're now going to dab back over it with the red. And then I always add black into the centre of it so that it looks like depth, and it looks like it's actually like slit. So that just gives like the illusion that it's like an open wound, if that makes sense. At least I think it does. super easy as well. And you could do this cut anyway, you don't have to do it on your neck. So now is the fun bit where we're going to add a little bit of blood on. So we're going to take that brush that I applied the latex with, and I'm just going to dip it in and start to put the blood in the wound, and then I like spread it around after. It starts to look a little bit more realistic. Oh, I just dropped a massive bit of blood. So that's my easy cut throat tutorial. Honestly, I think it's so easy. And then you can just get a sponge and just kind of like at the edges. And yeah, that's my cut throat. So she had some gold on her chest as well. So we're gonna add some little bits on. These are honestly, it's the hardest thing to stick onto you ever. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you guys liked this tutorial, and I really hope that it was easy to follow, and like I hope that the like a cut throat was easy to follow. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a massive thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a upload from me. I will be doing one more Halloween look, and this time it will be just, well, not just full gore, but it will be a lot more gory than this one. So keep an eye out for that, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to see you again. I feel like these lips look like a clown. Like my mouth looks so big right now. Oh my god. Look at that, it looks so funny. Anyway,